guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today we are finishing the GB detailing review along with the Chem OD review. Now this is actually the second time I've done this video. I had a day off last week for personal reasons. My head wasn't really in the right place for it, and I recorded the whole thing in slow-mo. So today we're redoing it. Now unfortunately the car hasn't got dirty enough to really challenge some of these products and to really see how well they perform. But we're going to go through my thoughts anyway, because like I said, I have already used them. So to start with, we'll be using the Chem OD snowfoam, followed by the Chem OD bubbles, which is their shampoo, and then we're going to go on to the GB detailing. So we have Onyx, which is the tyre and trim dressing, Amethyst, which is their fallout remover, and we're going to put that up against Crimson Drip, the Chem OD fallout remover. Now this has wheel trims on it. We're probably not going to get much reaction from the wheels, but we can try it on the bodywork to see if we get some sort of reaction. I know how well these perform. Like I said, this is the second time doing this video. We'll go on to Vitro, which is the glass cleaner. And then we also have Silk, which is the detailing spray. And we also have Orbit, which is their wheel cleaner, but I can talk more about this. But like I say, having wheel trims, we ain't really going to be able to put this through the test, but I can talk about this because I had a good word with Gavin after my first video and he explained to me different options. So this is quite a versatile product, very interesting on that. And then finally what I was going to do is a comparison test with Speed Seal, which is Gavin's from GB Detailing, his spray sealant. Like I said, I've done this video already, so there's already sealant on the car, and I've put this up against Garage Therapy. Now in the review, in the comparison test, Garage Therapy did come out on top. However, this still performed really well. So I can show you some beading shots and some sheeting, but I can't really show you the application, it's already on the car. Anyway, let's get on with it. So let's start with the pre-rinse. So as always, we start with a good pressure wash down all across the tyres, the wheels, and right inside the arch, getting rid of any mud and road debris which might have built up over a period of time since the last wash. We do live in the fens here, so we do get a heavy build up of mud on the wheel arches and the under seals of the car. So while we're rinsing down the car, we're just going to take this opportunity to show you GB's Detailing Super Seal in action. A quick formula designed to add the added extra protection to the car. You can see some excellent water repellency here with the car sheeting off and developing some nice beads in the sun there. At this stage I haven't done the wheel clean part of this video because I've already done dedicated wheel clean, and we'll evaluate that product at the end. Now with the snow foam. So prior to the mixing, the product is very thick, but once mixed it has a very runny consistency, which is not the same as other snow foam products which I've used. Once applied to the car, it does not cover the car in a thick blanket of snow foam, nor does it dwell for long at all. This resulting in a failed pre-wash stage, resulting in us not being ready for the contact wash, so a second snow foam mix was used. At this point here, I'd just like to take the opportunity to remind you guys, please do like, comment and subscribe to the channel, just to help me grow a little bit more. Thank you. So here is a walk around the car after application, and this is literally 3 minutes after we've applied the snow foam to the car. You can see there's not a thick blanket which we'd come to expect from using snow foam products. The car is still dirty and has road residue left on it. And as you can see, there is nothing left after just 3 minutes. There's no dwell time and no blanket of snow foam. What is left is not going to provide any form of cleaning power whatsoever. So here is the Chem OD Turbo Bubble Shampoo. very thick in consistency, a nice purple colour. I believe it has a watermelon fragrance. Just pressing the grit guard back down and a little stir up before we agitate and blast some bubbles in with the pressure washer. You will see in a moment how thick and sudsy this really is, developing a high amount of suds and great lubrication on the paintwork. Very impressed with this product. So here it is then, there's the shampoo, nice thick suds running down the paintwork. Very lubricated, plenty of lubricity you might say. And here it is, just from another angle, just to show you just how sudsy it really is. It really is a nice shampoo to work with this one. Very impressed with how it performs. The cart washed and dried, it is now time to add some shine. So we're using GB Detailing Silk, which is an easy to use hybrid quick detailer spray sealant that will remove light dirt, grime and fingerprints while adding gloss. And I think at the end of this we can safely say it does add some gloss back to this old paintwork. Okay, moving on to Onyx, the silicone-based tyre and trim dressing from GB Detailing. This is formulated for a high gloss, ease of use and high durability. Now unfortunately this video won't do this product as much justice as it deserved. I found this a great product to apply to trims. I didn't find it that great on tyres. It didn't seem to bond well to the tyre, even after a proper pre-wash to the tyre. But you can see here that it has made a difference. There is a high gloss section either side of the tape which we had on the trim. Okay, so that's the car all clean and done. So what do we think of these products? Let's start with Chem OD, silence that. The snowfoam just didn't do it for me. So 100ml of product to 900ml of water, you got no thick snowfoam, there was no dwell time and no clean whatsoever. I've used this whole bottle on 3 cars. For me, this one still needs work. This is not ready for the market yet. However, Turbo Bubbles, very good concentrated shampoo. You can see again 3 cars and that's all I've used so far. It's very thick, very sudsy, very lubricated. Has a, I think it's like a watermelon scent which actually comes through with the suds. So that one is definitely worth a shout. Crimson Drip, and let's bring in Amethyst from GB Detailing as well and talk about both of these at the same time. Now I prefer the trigger spray on the Chem OD one, but in terms of how the products perform, so last week I did, well, it was a slow-mo time lapse, but it was a time lapse nonetheless, an average of 3 minutes for both products until you had a complete purple wheel. After 5 minutes you could then rinse off, so pretty much a clean wheel. You then obviously do your wheel clean, but normally you clean your wheels first and then do your fallout remover. But I wanted to see how well these products actually performed, so I just put these straight onto a rinsed wheel and just watched the reactions. So about 3 minutes to get a decent reaction, 5 minutes in total to rinse off. Again, you couldn't really compare the products in terms of, you wouldn't pick one over the other in terms of how the products perform, but in terms of how they are applicated, the Chem OD trigger spray on here is much more better than the GB detailing one. So this one takes that one for me. In terms of the rest of the range, Speed Seal we used last week, and as you could see, it actually has really good water behaviour properties. You get a nice seal on the car, and actually if I turn this camera around, you still have the comparison I did last week with Garage Therapy. So Garage Therapy won overall in terms of overall performance, but GB detailing price £10 to £18. This was for 500 mils, 6 to 8 weeks GB, 5 months for GT. Usability, Garage Therapy. Slickness, Garage Therapy. I put 2 microfiber sponges on the bonnet and lifted it up several times just to see which one moved first, and it was the Garage Therapy side. I couldn't really decipher between the shine and sheeting. Garage Therapy won. The only real letdown for the GB detailing one, when you're doing the usability, so in terms of when we spread the product, it felt quite grabby, but it buffed off a lot easier than it actually was applied. So, you know, it's not a hard product, but in comparison with the Garage Therapy, you know, this is probably an unfair comparison really, but you know, this is one of the market leaders. But what I wanted to know was, would you always need to buy the top of the market, or could you get the lower end or the entry level products? And in this case, you'd probably go for Garage Therapy, but in terms of the rest of the range, I think you're fair to say that you could always give the new guys a shout. Alright, let's just finish this off. So, Orbit. Now for me, this was the best product out of the range that I had. So after my first video, I had a conversation with Gavin, because I like to put the shampoo in the bucket and then use long brushes to get to the barrels of the wheels. And he actually suggested you can put some of this in a bucket of water and froth it up, and then apply it with a wheel woolly or a wheel mitt, such as the Easy Care ones or Yums Care. So I've done that and it works really well. So you can spray this on and leave it and not touch it for lightly soiled wheels and just blast off. You could then, for heavier soiled wheels, spray and agitate, and then for a real deep clean you can then apply it to a bucket of water and your brush for that thorough deep clean. So for me, this was the product out of the range which I had to use. Onyx, great product, works well. I preferred it as a trim dressing to a tire dressing. It didn't seem to last. I only done this a week ago and it hadn't lasted on the tyres much at all really, but it's still showing on the trim. So I mean, I've tried to do a shot now. You've got to remember, this car is like several years old now and hasn't actually had a proper clean or a dressing for a long while, if it's ever had a dressing. So this worked really well for the dressing on the trims. Vitro glass cleaner. What can you say about a glass cleaner? It applied really well, spread evenly, flashed off really quickly. You can see on the back window it's left a nice shine to the window, so overall that's a good product. Lastly, we had I don't know where I've put it now. Silk, after me, which must be outside still. Oh, again, flashed off really well for a quick detailer, really easy to use and adds a nice little bit of shine. So overall, good products. Found it, it's fallen over. So overall, what do we think? GB detailing, I would definitely buy some of the products again. I'd highly recommend to check these out. So if you are in the market to get in any products, you know, don't always go for the big boys, the top of the market. Have a look what's coming out, new guys to the market. You know, Gavin's been in the industry for 15 years. He's a car enthusiast. He's been a detailer, you know, a valeter. So he's making products himself, which he's aiming to the consumer based on what he wants for himself. So he's using his own experience to produce products in which he would like to use on a daily basis. So definitely worth giving them a shout. Same with Chem OD, you know, they're fairly new to the market. Definitely worth giving them a shout. You know, so the snowfoam let them down today, but from the other two products which I did have, I couldn't really fault them. So next time you're in the market for some products, have a look at the lower end of the market, the new entry boys, and see what they can offer to you. Send them a message, see what they've got to say, get to know them, get to know the brand, and definitely give them a try. You know, you're going to get some cheaper products, and probably some products which are comparable and equally as good as some of the higher end products on the market today. It's a flooded market, everyone's got to have a go at something, so you know, give them a shout, have a look around, see what they can offer you. So that's it, guys. I'd like to say thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure making this video as always. I'm now going to go and start another video. We have some Yums woolies to go and have a look at, and a winter detail on the Nissan. So if you want to see what happens next, please do subscribe, share, leave a comment, let me know if there's any products you want me to have a look at or anything which you can think I can do differently. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.